Morning. In the economics news today, insiders are predicting that in the 2015 elections we will see voters penalising any candidates who accept the proposed 11% pay increase. Many MPs want to accept a one-off uplift that would raise salaries to $74,000, but Cameron, Miliband and Clegg have all opposed it as they are anxious not to alienate voters at a time when typical wage increases have fallen behind inflation. A Conservative government could cut another $12 billion from the welfare budget, George Osborne suggested yesterday, as he continued to insist that further savings are needed to clear the deficit. Although the other two main parties are likely to accept limited cuts in this area, they would not be on the same scale as the Tories. He also hinted that he might be prepared to bow to pressure from some to lower the $26,000 a year cap on benefit claims by one family. In personal finance news, the gender gap is widening as women's pay falls further behind men's, according to an annual snapshot by the Office for National Statistics. The pay gap for full-time workers jumped to 10% from 9.5% last year. Men's median gross hourly earnings grew by 2.5% to £13.60 in April, while women's hourly earnings were £12.24, an increase of only 1.9%. The report also showed that inflation outpaced average weekly earnings growth for the fifth year in a row. The standards of living in Britain have climbed to among the best in Europe due to a steadily recovering economy since Cameron came to power, according to the Daily Mail. The UK is tied with Denmark and France ahead of Belgium and the Netherlands. Life in the UK is now 14% better than the average across 28 EU member states, while the worst countries are Bulgaria and Romania. In property news, first-time buyers enjoyed the biggest lending surge in October as banks and building societies advanced 26,800 loans, according to the CML. The number of loans, the highest since November 2007, was 33% ahead of last year, and the amount lent totaled $3.7 billion, nearly 50% ahead of a year ago. Homes are up £1,394 a month, according to recent figures from LSL. This also shows the surge to be spreading beyond the southeast. High prices are not putting off buyers, however, with sales set to be 16% up this year compared with 2012. The number of high LTV mortgages approved in England and Wales doubled year on year in November as the housing market continues to gather momentum. High LTV mortgages rose to 9,493 in November, twice the figure for November in 2012, and over an eighth of all home purchase approvals.